Assalamu alaikum everyone. Hope you're doing fine and hope you're giving the final touches to your speeches for the International Speech Contest. My name is Talha bin Hamid and I've never won an international speech contest. But that's the way things work. People who haven't won anything feel qualified to give advice to people who actually have. Anyhow, I'll just share my experience from the perspective of a contestant, but more from the perspective of a judge. Uh, and I hope these tips will help you prepare better for the contest and also ensure that my home club, uh, a contestant from my home club advances further and further into the district. Being PQD, I cannot say much further, but uh, you get the idea. So, first of all, International Speech Contest. It is at once the easiest and the toughest contest because it doesn't require you to select a specific topic or give a specific structure. It lets you run free. And that's where the trap is because it has a set of expectations and these expectations change. I know I've been preaching that focus on the ballot, but that's no longer enough. As a district, we are in our second year, and increasingly, we are making a name in international space for our district, and that's why we are also attracting international judges, international audiences, even international members. We have members that are members in other districts, and that really requires us to raise the bar. Now, how do you raise the bar? You raise the bar by completing what's required of you in the ballot and then building upon it. So, previously, while our goal was to reach all the goals in the ballot, that was our destiny. This time, the ballot is the foundation. Let me repeat it, the ballot is the foundation. If you've seen international speeches, in fact, if you've seen the contest winning speeches of the World Championship of Public Speaking, you can see how things have changed. Both those contestants employed some really new techniques that were exclusive to this screen. We complain that we are not getting to speak in person settings, we are not getting to attend physical meetings. But trust me, if you really master your craft, it won't make a difference to you and it won't make a difference to your audience. So, if you saw the winner or the second place of International Speech Contest, World Championship of Public Speaking, you saw that they were really employing some innovative techniques by using the screen. Toastmaster Linda Marie used placards, and half the content of her speech was written on those placards. But she did not say them. In fact, she was saying something else, and the content was something else on the placards. So that's one thing that in if she were in an in-person contest on a real stage, she wouldn't have been able to do that. She took advantage of the camera, and same goes for the winner of the international champion, world champion of public speaking. He took advantage of the camera. He brought his face close, took it away, employed various techniques. So learn to embrace this. Don't feel limited by the camera. In fact, you are liberated by the camera. You can bring in so many more techniques now that you could not before. So, first of all, content. This year, do something that you've never done in your life. And trust me, that's a ticket to a victory or at least doing well. Do something that you've never done in your life. Say something that you've never done in your life. Say something that audience has not heard before. That's what will make your speech memorable for the judges. And keep in mind, memorableness equates to quality. Yes, we are all humans. As judges, the better we remember a speech, the better we are able to judge its merits. And if we don't remember a speech that well, we may end up scoring it lower just because we don't remember it well. But it's not our mistake that we don't remember it well. It's a contestant's mistake. Why? Because they should have put in something in the speech. They should have held the judge's attention from start to finish. And that's my second point. Hold the judge's attention from first word to the last word. Don't let go. Don't coast. Don't put boring sentences in your speech. Don't waste time in approaching things from different angles. Be direct, be simple. Grab the audience's attention. And in fact, if you have to dumb down the intellectual level of your speech, do that. Because not everyone will appreciate your high-minded ideas. Remember, they're listening to the speech only for those 5 to 7 minutes. So they can't do anything. They can't do the thinking that you perhaps expect them to do. So come out of that trap. Okay? Don't read your speech and fall in love with that. No, because you're reading the written word, whereas the judges will be hearing it. And the criteria for reading and listening are completely different. For listening purposes, in order to make an impact, your speech should be simple. It should be direct. It should be unambiguous. It should not luxuriate in language. It should not take solace in artistry of crafting. No, that's not what international speech is about. And trust me, even if you employ high-minded language or concepts, most of the judges will not appreciate them. That's reality. So far, first, focus on doing something that you've not done in your life, saying something that your audience has not heard before. Secondly, keep it simple, direct. Okay. And thirdly, don't let go of the judge's attention from start to finish. Make sure each and every component of your speech has a grab factor to it. Fourthly, use this camera. Find a way to use this camera. Do something to use this camera. Don't shy away from it. In fact, use it, celebrate it. And fifth, please don't steal from somewhere. Please don't base your speech on somewhere else. It will fall into the originality trap. So please don't take that chance. This is your one chance at glory, okay? Don't take that chance. Don't compromise on originality. Even if you base a speech on something else, please avoid that. Come up with something original. Come up with something that you've done before. Doesn't matter. It shouldn't be based on someone else's work. So, content, speech development has 20 marks. So it should have a structure, beginning, middle, end. It should be effective. It should have value. So, we confuse value with lesson. And there's a debate about that. So, it does not have to be that your speech has a lesson or a lecture at the end. Instead, it can have something that makes the audience think, and that's enough. You don't have to preach at the end of the speech, okay? Yes, we do that to make our ideas clear. Make sure, though, that your idea, logic, or purpose is clear. If it's not clear, feel free to preach. Make it clear. Again, let me say that. Make it clear. What you're reading from the page is not as clear to the audience as it is to you, because you have written that and you have read it 10 times. Don't think the audience will understand it at the same level as you will. So make it clear, make the purpose, the idea simple. In short, what's the purpose or idea? The audience is taking out 5 to 7 minutes for your speech. So this should be a time well spent. It should be worthwhile. These 5 to 7 minutes should be valuable to their life. You can make them valuable by giving them a lesson, or trying to make them think, or giving them an alternate perspective about something. It doesn't have to be a specific lesson. Secondly, delivery. Again, I've told you about delivery, appearance, body language, speaking area. All that is very important. Speaking area should be good, your voice should be good. Test it again and again and again. Test your setup again and again. uh, Vocal variety and language is important, but more important than language is correctness. Grammatical mistakes will result in deduction of marks. So make sure your grammar is 100% correct. And even if it is not, even if you're not sure, show it to someone who you're sure about, whose grammar to you is okay. Okay? So just to recap what I just said, first of all, and again and again I say that the levels of our contest is rising constantly, okay, and you have to upgrade accordingly. So number one, focus on doing something that you've never done before in a speech. Focus on saying something that your audience has never heard before, okay. Make it simple. Lay out your ideas and story and purpose very clearly. Your audience is listening to your speech, not reading your speech. Okay? Make it worthwhile. Make the speech have a purpose. Make the time spent listening to your speech have a purpose. It can be a lesson, it can be a moral, it can be an alternate way of looking at things, it can be anything. But if it is something that makes this world a slightly better place, go ahead. Then you should test your setup, you should test your equipment, your voice should be clear. Man, remember, your voice is far more important than your visual, okay? So your voice should be super clear, and so should your entire body be, but your voice takes priority. So if you have to approach the camera a bit in order to make your voice clearer, be ready for that. Even if that will reduce your speaking area, be ready for that. And then, of course, you should be enthusiastic, your grammar should be correct, and so, again, I will end by repeating what I have been requesting to you since the start. Make your thoughts and ideas clear. Do something that you've never done in your life. Say something that your audience has never heard, and grab the attention of the judges from the start to the finish. Don't allow any less interesting areas in your speech. This is very important. Dumb down your content if you have to, but make it clear and engaging. I wish all of you all the best. Thank you.